Thank you very much. I thank all of you for your participation. Come and see the movie, and thank the organizers for including the movie in the festival. I'm coming from Greece, from Thessaloniki, with my company. We are Falun Gong practitioners, and basically I was planning to say a few words, but the film said everything. So if you want to ask specific things and I can help, I'm willing to tell you, to answer for you.
There are other actions on the petition now to pressure the Chinese government to help people. Is there another action?
This is a basic petition that I know. There happen actions all over the world, but something like petition is the only one I know. And in Facebook or there are petitions against persecution of Falun Gong. Yes.
On the internet or anywhere else, is there a list of products that have been made by prisoners and by those who are persecuted in China?
But I don't have in mind something specific, but as far as I know, there are many products that produced in labor camps, or it's still parts of the other products produced in labor camps. So in my understanding, most of the products, of the Chinese products, produced in labor camps in this way.
Vjen gradualisht festivali drejt fundit dhe siç e shihni është filmi I parafundit. Pastaj do të kemi filmin serb dhe siç është parashikuar dhe në program do të kemi një bandë muzikore pas filmit serb në jashtë në teatrin veror. Edhe një lloj koktejli për të thënë mirupafshim njëri tjetrit për festivalin e ardhshëm. Unë kam kënaqësinë tani që të prezantoj regjisorin Bosse Lindquist, I cili është këtu prezent.
Well, thank you very much. I'm honored to have been invited to Albania. I always wanted to come to Albania, so I'm very happy to be here. And I'm enjoying it immensely. It's a very good festival, fantastic, so it's very good professionally. And I'm enjoying being in Albania and getting to know Tirana and to get to know a country that I know far too little about, and most Europeans know far too little about or shouldn't know much more about. So that's a great pleasure for me. Now, the film that you're going to see, I don't want to say much about it, but the only thing I think that is good to know is that the film was a part of an 8-part series of documentary films, 1 hour long. And so it was all the public service broadcasters in the world, almost, that got together to make a series about poverty in Africa. And actually, not just in Africa, but all over the world. What can we do about poverty? And the series was called Why Poverty? And so it was, for me, it was unusual, because when I was contacted to make the film, it was clear that if they agreed to my idea, it would be shown on TV stations to 50 countries or even 80 countries. So I had to try to make a film that worked in many different places. So there was one film about Solar Mamas, excellent film. You can see it on the internet. You can see all the 8 films on the internet streamed, whypoverty.net. It was about an Indian billionaire who invites grandmothers from all over the world, especially from Africa, from Middle East, from Asia, to come to India and learn solar engineering, but only grandmothers. So it was a big series, but now I've talked too long and it's time for the film, basically.
Living that a piece of plastic 7 inches across with a hole in the middle is the price of someone's life this year.
Years ago, 2 young rock stars set out to challenge the world.
I turn on the news and I just see those things going past and I don't know what to do.
This is the earth to try to end poverty in Africa.
What was breathtaking was how Bobby and Paul set such a high goal.
This was effective. It was very hard then to go away again.
G8 go and hang around and they think that it will just make a difference.
Results.
These celebrities, if it can
Change the world?
We come to you tonight with 3.8 billion people in our back pockets. How can they refuse us?
There's a lot at stake here.
Do we have a mic? Hello?
Hello?
How are you? Just a simple question. Was it difficult to get the interviews for the documentary?
Intervista për dokumentarin?
Yeah, it was very difficult, basically, because most of these guys are well famous and they get 10 requests for an interview every day, or 100 or 1,000.
Ishte shumë e vështirë sepse këta janë njerëz shumë të famshëm dhe është vështirë për të marrë intervista me ta.
And it took 18 months to make the film, and a lot of that time I spent only with the gatekeepers of these guys and very little time with these guys.
Gjithë realizimi i dokumentarit ka zgjatur 18 muaj dhe gjatë këtyre 18 muajve kam kaluar më tepër kohë me rojet në portat e këtyre se sa kohën që kam kaluar me intervistë me personat e famshëm.
Which is kind of absurd, because when you see Bill Gates, for example, about his work, and then the gatekeepers say, do you want 2 minutes or do you want 5 minutes? And that's ridiculous. He's been working on this for 10 years. You need 2 hours times 3 at least to get somewhere.
Edhe është pak absurde se për shembull në rastin e Bill Gates, ai portieri ke dera thotë sa doni 2 minuta, 3 minuta, që është pak absurde sepse ai ka vite që punon në këtë program dhe 2 orë e më tepër do të ishte mos e normale që shpjegoj punën e vet.
Lori, question.
Yeah. Thank you. First, I want to really thank you for that film. It was incredibly compelling and in many places extremely moving.
Thank you.
What I'm hoping you could speak to for a minute is the choices you made about how to grapple with these complex issues of poverty. And particularly, why the film chooses not to address the global war economy and the devastating impact, of course, of refugees from war and the relation to poverty. And that might be because it's not one of the focus areas of the subject you chose. But given the complexity of the film, we've obviously thought about that, and I'd be really interested in your response.
Zonë të ishte interesuar në lidhje me një përgjigje që mund t'i japej për arsye pse ka kapur këtë temë dhe në përgjithësi nga pikpamja e varfërisë në pikpamje globale.
Yeah, exactly, and you more or less gave the answer, because the film is about political lobbying a lot, and the specific lobbying of Gates, Bono and Geldof. So I've restricted myself to what they actually are trying to do, mostly, and not so much of what ought to be done or what should be done, or is it me? Or, yeah, or what should be done or whether the aid actually reaches, but rather the lobbying process.
E kam kufizuar veten kryesisht në aspektin e lobimit politik. Kjo ka qenë fokusi im kryesisht.
But it's important what you're saying, obviously.
So, in my view, the mechanics of the film have two focus. One is the psychology of interaction. So you're tracing how people click, and some are uneventful marriages of left and right, conservative, rock and roll, etc. And the second is on semiotics. It's on messaging. How do you produce messaging? I wonder if this was part of the subtext of how you put together the film.
Pra, filmi duket sikur bazohet në dy mekanizma, aspekti psikologjik edhe kjo lloj lidhje politike me rockstarin. Diçka më tepër.
Yeah, if I get your question right, it was very important because I also looked at whether they're successful or not to some extent. And I mean, what do they actually achieve? And it's clear that they achieve, they actually do help. They've helped millions of people to survive from malaria. And there are a number of sort of medical gains, but image-wise, they have used a picture of Africa that is conservative, a bit racist, of a starving mother, starving children, which causes the wrong impression. So it is both. Does that answer your question, or did I? Sorry.
Okay, there are questions, I know, but we have to, if you have something, you can continue us. Yes, Ted, it's just, I'm obliged to continue the program. Please, we can continue outside. If you have a small question or topic.
I think it's more of a personal one, so I better ask directly at the...
Yes, the director is here. We are staying maybe till midnight tonight with the director. Okay. Możemy film tjetër, continue with the real moment. Thank you very much, Bosse. Thank you.
Aber bitte holen Sie nicht her. Ich weiß es nicht. Keine Ahnung.
Versuchen Sie sich doch bitte zu erinnern.
Mas një 2-3 muaj e lënë pash me ndërshpia për një i vete sa nuk e shoj, mas një viti zotit i se çandohet, po jeta mos është 3 muaj që kanë ndërshpia. Janë zora. Ta shpema që duan të janë.
Tash është në lajk, po një
Thank you.
immediately took control of the hospital. They arrested the wounded and prevented doctors from...
It's Vikings and Knights by Amule. בערך מ8 עד 10.
I'm just inviting you bit by bit. Nu cam ready. Acum. Atëherë, shpeshherë thuhet që ka fund, ndërsa unë nisem nga parimi tjetër. Nuk ka fund. Sepse për aq kohë sa nuk ka fund ëndra, nuk ka fund as festivali, nuk ka fund as Akademia Marubi, nuk ka fund as mbrojtja e të drejtave të njeriut. Okay, all the time we are saying, oh, maybe it's the end. Never. No end. Because the dream did not have any end. Dream is continuing. It's continuing the festival, it's continuing the Academy of Film and Multimedia Marubi. It's continuing the protection, defending of principle of human rights and universal declaration. So please, I would like now to invite all the people. They have been and working for months and months in the shadow. No one had to say how hero it is for doing such kind of a huge work, selecting movies, 350 from all around the world, coming for 43 movies here, bringing people from different countries, presenting their movies. So please, I would like, first of all, Theodor Orlin is the president of our festival, and the chairman of the board, Detlef Palm, please. And he's also our general coordinator, Klesta Alikay, please, bit by bit, because we will do a picture to have a kind of archive of the festivals years by year. Eol, please. Magali, please. Aranit, please. Elvis, please. Anya. Ilda. Yela. Enio. Chris. Angie. Danila. Englantina. Vicky. Nevila. Olgert and Sarah, please come here. Please come together, you're nearby each other. Afroni ju lutem afër, bëjmë një fotografi. Please, that You will know existing the festival. Thank you. Thank you very much for the public. Faleminderit shumë për juve që ndoqët 7 netër jeshtë të festivalin e filmit drejtave të njeriut. Ftoj grupin muzikor. Në fakt, më lejoni të them një gjë private time. Nelku është muzikant sot. Dhe mund të them që unë jam një nxënës I artistit madh, Bexhet Nelku, I cili nuk është gjallë sot. Po neve mbajmë ëndrrën e kinematografisë gjallë, edhe pse Bexhet Nelku nuk është, Elvis, mungoj Elvisin duket. A ishte, okay? Sepse më kujtuan vazhdimi që bënim ne këtu për të mbrojtur Akademinë Marubi, që ëndra jeton më shumë se vdekatarët. Okay? Dhe pastaj Genci, do e thënë ti me kitarën tënde në kohë diktature, I dërgoje sinjale rini shqiptare që të mos nënshtroheshin. Kështu që kemi 2 njerëz të cilët në një farë mënyrë kanë lënë gjurmë në breza të ndryshëm. Dhe sonte unë doja ta mbyllja me to festivalin me grupin e tyre Knock and Rock at Marubi. Thank you. Welcome. them. Se nuk e njoh shumë. Si të them unë tani? Nuk e arrita. Unë harro.
Good, he needs your mother's telephone.
Okay.
Because, yes.
Jam e brëmën.
Edhe njerë do artrokisti edhe për Sokol Qeun. është paq i vjetër sa Genci. Pak më i ri jemi.
Kemi gjithë jetën bashkë.
Walking on the wild side.
Miami, I feel ill. Each time the rain crosses the UBC, but she had fish in the bay. Shot the lights and the heat was so she says, hey babe, take a walk the white side. Hey babe, take a walk the white side. On the island, in the back room she was everybody's darling, but she never lost her head. Even when she was giving that, she says, hey babe, take a walk the white side. Hey honey, take a walk the white side. And the chorus goes choo 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 side.
All of minhas são gravadas.
Took the bar, there was such my
all of me.
Nu False Prison Blues.
I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and I keep dragging on. But the train keeps on rolling, and the silence on. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, then never play with guns. But I should take many real just to walk. I hear them whistle. I never hear to cry. My name is loving in the sun to shine. She's my sweet little baby. I'm a little love boy. I know my baby, so healing. Your man so who's my girl. She's my sweet little. She's my joy. I still feel I'm a little love boy. Bobby had to buy long, set to black. My baby's lonely, the sun to shine. She's my sweet little boy. Now, maybe someday, maybe big light. Johnny be good tonight. Go, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go. Sound my little like a song, so you never can tell. Come here, baby, sit down on daddy's knee. Wow, the way they treated me. See you, miss this baby song. Jesus knows some more than you have yourself. When you only see sympathetic eyes, shone around the gratitude of the most peaceful misery. Hey, 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 hey. Sitting by myself on Saturday afternoon, eventually candy needs to be. Left a body sound about it, when you choose. And the way you look and
And then, për të luz,
be so blue. Want to lose, and I will lose you. I'm a dream, so sorry about my face. On my life, I've always been so blue.
Nuk si filloi këngë Tomi Well.
Nëse kjo është faktikisht e ishte sken tani.
Even though it's hard to understand. And if you love him, oh, be proud of him. Kiss at home. Stand by him, man. Well, keep giving all the love you can. Stand by him, man.
Faleminderit.
While my guitar gently weeps, I don't know how someone consulted. They all have someone to. I let the world, and I know this is still my guitar, chanting weeds.
Bosse.
Sing